Yo, guys, what's up? This is jameszuniga podcast, and today on this new episode, we're gonna be talking about adversity and resilience because that's pretty much what we all need to work on. So stay tuned. Well, I hope you guys are having a good day today. I have a question. Um, how to overcome adversity and then thrive? You know how to overcome it. When it comes to like difficulty times. Like my issue right now with my adversity is pretty much losing a job and shit. Financially difficulties too. And it's not that I don't want to work. It's just that it's really stressful. And one of the main things that in working force they lack of is communication. Okay, but how to overcome adversity and then thrive in life. In case you guys don't know what adversity is something that we all face at some point in our life. Whether it's losing your loved one, whether it's a serious illness, financial crisis, or like I mentioned earlier, losing a job. These challenges can be overwhelming and it seems insurmountable. Okay. However, what sets successful people apart from those who struggle from their ability to rise, and overcome adversity? In this episode, we're going to explore some tips and strategy on how to overcome adversity and then just thrive. I'm going to discuss having a positive mindset, seeking support from loved ones, finding inspiration in others, and taking action, to move forward. With the right mindset and tools, we can all turn our adversity into an opportunity to growth and success. So grab your coffee, grab your joint, whatever, grab your headphones, it's important, but it's gonna take a while. So, let's begin. So we're gonna know the understanding. Pretty much we need to understand what is adversity and resilience. Okay? Adversity is something that we all experience at some point in our life. Okay? And that will come in any form, as I mentioned. It could be losing loved ones, just going through difficulties in our life. Okay? And even a global pandemic as well, that is part of adversity, and we struggle with that. Okay. And it could be very challenging at times, and it can feel as though that there's no way out. So that is what adversity is. Okay. Resilience, on the other hand, is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to recover from setbacks, and thrive in the face of difficulties. It is essential skill that we can all develop, and it can also help us to overcome challenges to achieve our goals. So, understanding both adversity and resilience, that is the first step that we need in order for us to thrive. Okay? This involves coming into terms with the challenge that we face and also acknowledging the emotion that come with it. Okay? And this is not going to be easy. This is not going to be done overnight. This is a difficult process. Okay. But it's like I said, it's very essential to move past the hurt and pain and start, rebuilding our life pretty much. Okay. Resilient also is not something that we were born with. It's just not something that we was born with. It is something that develops over time, and that requires a combination of mental toughness, emotional intelligence, and the willpower to learn from our mistake. Okay, so it's all about developing a growth mindset and also believing that we can overcome any obstacles that comes in our way. So by understanding adversity and resilience, we can start taking the first step towards overcoming our challenges and then thrive in the face of adversity. We can learn to develop the skills and mindset that we need to overcome any obstacles and come out stronger, when it comes to dealing with things in life. Okay, so that is what that's what it is between adversity and resilience. Now, when it comes to resilience, right? How how can we develop a resilient mindset? Okay, so resilient is the ability to cope with adversity, to bounce back from setbacks, and to keep it moving forward. It is a trait that is critical for achieving success in life. Both professionally and also personally. But again, how do we develop that resilient mindset? Well, first, we need to recognize that adversity is a natural part of life. Okay, everyone faces challenges and setbacks, at some point. And so instead of dwelling on the negative aspect of a situation, we need to try to focus on the opportunity that may rise from it. And another key aspect of developing a resilient mindset is also to practice mindfulness. This means being fully present in the moment and observing your thoughts and feeling without judgment. Also, by learning how to observe your reactions, to stress, and also gain insight to our own resilience and develop strategy to increase our ability to cope with adversity. Okay, it is also important to maintain a positive outlook as well, even in the face of difficult, circumstances. This doesn't mean that we need to ignore the challenges that we face, but we rather need to reframe them in a way that allow us to focus on the positive aspect of the situation. Okay, and also it does help as well that we need to build like a support system, and because that is critical to develop a resilient mind. It pretty much means having people in our life that we can rely on support, encouragement, guidance, that we can make a difference in difficult times. And that could be like a family, friends, or a professional. Just having someone to turn to when we need help, because that is also a powerful tool for building, resilience. Okay, because developing a resilient mindset, it takes time and effort, but it's also a trait that can be learned, and also it could be cultivated. And how we do that is just by focusing on the opportunity present by adversity and practicing mindfulness, maintaining a positive outlook and building a support network. That is going to increase your ability to cope with challenges and thrive in the face of adversity. Because it's real. It is really, really real, especially in these difficult times. It's just, it's not that we lack of, it's just that we just don't have that willpower to concentrate and to focus on ourselves, pretty much. You know, that's why it's really important. I keep telling you guys, it's really important that we need to apply the self-care. It's pretty much, you know, if you guys don't know it, let me refresh you guys' memory about the self-care, about the importance of self-care during these tough times. When facing adversity, it could be easy to become consumed by stress and challenging that comes with it. This is why self-care is crucial to help you overcome and thrive difficult times, because when we apply self-care, right, that can involve with wide range of activities, from meditation, which is a breathing exercise, and exercise, any type of exercise to spend time with loved ones and engaging in hobby that can bring you joy. Okay, it is important to put yourself first. It's important to prioritize yourself, you know, and also prioritize your well-being, which is another word for for your mental health, and make time for these activities, even when it feels like you don't have the energy or motivation to do so. Just try. It's you know, it doesn't take that much for you to try. Okay. Um, Taking care of your physical health is also essential. During this tough time. You know, getting enough sleep. Eating a balanced food. I'm not saying diet, because in my opinion, there's no such thing as diet. I think that you can eat whatever you want as long as you keep it imbalanced. Okay, and also stay hydrated too. That can help you maintain your energy levels and better cope with stress. Okay. I One of my things that will help me cope with stress is pretty much like coffee and cigarettes. Okay, so you know I'm just telling you I'm just telling you what will help me as well. There's nothing wrong with what I just mentioned, but I will self hypocrite if I don't tell you that all those things that I mentioned could be helpful, but you know if you're a smoker, that helps you with your stress. Whatever works for you guys, pretty much. Okay. um and Remember, whatever works for you is fine, but I'm not encouraging, like, when it comes to like the unhealthy stuff, like alcohol is the alcohol and some stronger drug use. I'm not condoning that. Don't do that, because that can just make things worse. Okay, remember that self-care is not selfish as well. It's taking care of yourself can help you be more present and effective in other areas in your life, and that includes mostly like your work and relationships. So do not hesitate to prioritize your well-being and make your self-care a priority during this difficult times. And when you do that, you know by doing this, you better be equipped to overcome adversity and to thrive in the long run. This is not a short-term results. This is a long-term eternity results. Okay. Now, another way to turn setbacks in success is by learning from our mistakes, learning from failure too. Okay, it doesn't matter how many times we fail, keep trying, because it's true what they say. Most successful people that are successful, it's because they try, and no matter how many times they failed, they kept going. They didn't quit. So that's what we need to do. We need to just not to give up. Learning from failure is a crucial step as well in overcoming adversity and achieving success. Okay, when we experience setbacks or failure, we often feel discouraged and frustrated, and we just say, screw it, F it, whatever, right? However, it's important to shift our focus from the negative aspect of the situation to the lessons that we can learn. Okay, and one way to do this is to analyze what went wrong and why, and then make it a plan to avoid those mistakes in the future. It's also important to evaluate what went well, you know, as there's often positive aspect of situation that can be built upon. Another key aspect of learning from failure is to maintain a growth mindset. So this means recognize that our abilities and intelligence can be developed and also can be improved through hard work and dedication. Instead of thinking I fail, I'm not good enough, or what, any negative affirmations, we could reframe. That's pretty much. We could reframe our thinking, to I fail, but I can learn from this and do better next time. Okay, or oh shit, I didn't know that, but now I know. Now I know next time. Okay. Um, it is also important to seek feedback from others who is generally and will be honest with you. Okay, and you will know the difference. You know, and it can go from your colleague, your mentor, your loved one, a friend, family member. It could be anybody that you know that you feel comfortable and you know that they're honest. Okay, they're not gonna sugarcoat it. They're not gonna give you any runaround. They're not gonna tell you. They're not gonna tell you what you really want to hear. You know, no, just tell them, hey, be honest. And they'll tell you. Okay, this is gonna provide invaluable insight into areas for improvement and help us to see the situation from a different perspective. Okay, because the ability to learn from failure is what sets successful individuals apart from those who gave up. By embracing failure is an opportunity to learn and to grow. So that's why we need to overcome our adversity and thrive. Okay, they say that there's power in positivity. You know, okay. So then, how to stay optimistic through times? Through tough times. Okay. Well, one thing that I learned from reading books and all that is it's just by staying positive through tough times. You know, and I already know that it could be challenging, but it's essential to overcome adversity. You know, what are the most effective way is to stay positive is to be positive in your surrounding. If you surround yourself with positive things, then you're gonna get positive results. All right, and if you surround with positive people, that also gonna give you some positive results. All right, so that's one way. Another way to stay positive is to focus on the things that you can control, like you could control. While it may be tempting to dwell on the things that they're out of your control, this will only leads to frustration and negativity. So instead, focus on the things that you can do to improve your situation. Set small setbacks or goals, and then make your goals achievable for yourself, and then you can celebrate your success on the long way. Okay, it's important to take care of yourself through tough times. It really is. It's really important to maintain a sense of perspective, and we also need to remember that tough times are just part of life, and they're not going to last forever. So we need to try on the bigger picture and keep a long-term goals in mind with a positive attitude, a little bit of perseverance, and that's how you're gonna be. That's how you're gonna overcome adversity and thrive. Okay, and do it for you. Do it for you. Don't do it for everybody. Don't care what other people think. It should not matter what other people think. Don't do it to impress. If you want to impress yourself. It's gonna show anyway. The results is gonna show. So now, I mentioned earlier that we need to build like a strong support, and I've been practice. I've been applying this because over in my 20s, like 10 years ago, like I really didn't have that. Like I think it was a combination of being prideful, or you know the possibility of being rejected, no, or I was worrying about my self image, looking weak and stuff. But in reality, it's okay to ask for help. As a matter of fact, it's really important to ask for help. You know, when you're not prideful, when you're not selfish, when you don't care what other people think, and you know that by asking or by asking things that you don't know or you're not sure, it doesn't make you weak. It actually makes you a strong person because you're technically asking, for help in something that you don't know of. It's just like inquiring knowledge, inquiring skills, finding a way of what you're trying to reach. So it's important to ask for help. You know, um, and it's also important to recognize that you can't do everything alone, and there's no shame in asking for others. Okay, so just finding someone that you can trust, support yourself, get yourself a supporting network. I'm pretty sure there's people out there, that will be there for you, that will be there for you, your tough times, that is willing to help, that is willing to listen, that they're willing to do all they can, you know, that will do all they can to get you back on your feet. There's people out there, and you know who they are. You just gotta choose wisely. You know, it is important to be clear about what kind of help you need, though. This could be emotional support, or practical assistance, or professional advice. So once you know what you need, you can start reaching out to your support network. Okay, do not be afraid, to be vulnerable and ask for help, because many people are willing to stretch their hand and lend you a hand, but they may not know how to help you if you don't ask. They may not know what you're going through if you don't tell them. How they're gonna know if you don't tell them? You know, that's where communication comes into play too. How you want people to communicate with you if you're not communicating. Okay, and as long as you are honest and you are clear what you need, they're going to understand. Okay, so remember that building a support network, it will take time and effort, and it's not something that can be done overnight, but the effort is well worth. Okay, it's having a support network that can help you to navigate through difficult times, to provide a sense of community and belonging, and give you the strength and the courage to overcome adversity and to also thrive. All right, now once you know give yourself the opportunity to ask for. So once you understand adversity, and once you know how to rebuild, resilience, and once you know how to build a support network, now you need to turn, those challenges into opportunities. Okay, adversity can be a powerful force. Either it could be for good and bad. It can break us, or it can make us stronger. However you choose, that's where it's gonna lead you. Okay, we faced with adversity. When we face it, it's important to find the meaning of the situations and to turn the challenges into opportunities. And one way to find is meaning is by asking yourself, what can you learn from the situation? Because every challenge is providing an opportunity for growth and learning. And by reflecting on the situation, you can gain new insight into yourself, your strength, what is your weakness, and the world around you as well. Be self aware. Okay, this can help you to develop new skills, gain confidence, become more resilient. Another way to find meaning is by looking the opportunity that arise from the challenges as well. Because every adversity presents the opportunity to create something new, to develop a new relationship, to explore new areas of interest. By focusing on the opportunities that arise, you can turn negative situation into positive one. Okay, so finding meaning in adversity is about finding a purpose. Okay, by focusing your values and what is important to you. All right, you can find purpose in even in most difficult situation. This will give you a sense of a direction and can help you to focus on what's truly important in life in general, but individually in your life. Okay, because at the end of the day, finding meaning in adversity is something about turning challenges into opportunities for growth, learning and explore. By looking for opportunities that rise and focus on your values and purpose, that's how you're going to overcome, your adversity and thrive. And it's pretty much like this. Like, we look, the majority of us, we we go through uh, like a how can I say it? You get to this changing phase when you get in your 30s. Now, for most people, they already get it early, but most of us, we when we turn 30, we're gonna realize that, man, we need to change. I need to change something. For some reason, I'm yearning for new knowledge. I want to learn stuff. Something. There's something out there. There's something out there that that has a purpose. You're gonna get to that mindset, and when you do that, that is when you start realizing that you need to overcome your adversity and also, be more resilient. And once you know what you're looking for, now it's time for us to just move forward. And by what I mean by moving forward, it means to set goals and start taking actions. Okay, so after overcoming adversity, it is important to start moving forward by setting goals and take action as well. You know, this can start by recognizing that it's not easy to start the process, but it's essential to help you get back on track and thrive on your personal and professional life. So we need to reflect on our past experience and what you have learned from it. And then we can use these lessons to set goals that align with our values and aspiration. Okay. It is important to make sure that these goals are realistic and achievable, you know, and at setting unattainable goals that can set you up for failure and disappointment, sometimes you need to expect that. So once you set your goals, we need to create a plan of action and achieve them. Break down each goal into smaller, actionable steps and create a timeline for when you want to complete each steps. And this is gonna help you stay organized and motivated as you begin to work towards your goal. So remember, it's pretty much to stay flexible and adaptable as you move forward. Unexpected challenges that may rise, but as long as you have a plan in place and the ability to pivot when it's necessarily, then that's gonna help you to overcome any obstacles and continue to make a process. Okay. So that is how it will help us to move forward, by setting goals and taking actions. All right. And also, gratitude also comes into play when it comes to adversity. The role of gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful emotion that has been shown, to have numerous benefits, especially during times of adversity. It's easy to become consumed by negative thoughts and feelings when going through difficult times, but focusing on the things that we are grateful for, that can help us shift our mindset and improve our overall well-being. When facing adversity, taking time to reflect on the things we are thankful for what can help us to gain perspective and put things into context. Okay, it could be as simple as being grateful for having a supporting network of friends and family, or having a roof over your heads. By focusing on the positive, we can start to see the situation in a different light and feel more optimistic about the future. Gratitude in general can help us to develop resilience and cope with better challenges. Okay, all right. Research has shown that people who practice gratitude are more likely to have better mental health, experience less stress, and have a higher level of happiness and life satisfaction. You know, so we need to do that pretty much, because incorporating gratitude into our daily life, and actually as a daily routine, it can be as simple as keeping a gratitude journal, taking a few minutes each day to reflect on the things that are thankful for, or expressing gratitude to others. I need to work on that, I'm not gonna lie. And by focusing on the positive and being grateful for what we have, that is also how we're gonna overcome adversity and thrive as well. Okay, with resilience, at the end of the day, you can rise and thrive. Okay, it's just possible. Adversity can strive anyone at any time. But what sets successful people apart is their resilience is in the face of hardship. Okay, by developing resilience, you can overcome adversity and come out stronger on the other side. Okay, it's just it's just not only being positive, but we also need, it also means being proactive and seeking help and support what is needed. Remember that setbacks and failure is not the end of the road. Okay, they're just simply opportunities to learn and grow. It's really important to stay hopeful and stay motivated, and keep pushing forward. And with resilience, you can turn your setbacks into comebacks, and rise. Stay strong, stay focused, and then never give up on your dreams, on your goal. Okay. So I hope that this video on overcoming adversity, you know, is very insightful and pretty much like a motivation. Because life is just full of challenges. Okay, and sometimes we may feel like we're stuck, but with the right mindset and strategy, we can rise and become stronger. Okay, so remember that setbacks are not the end of the road, but rather an opportunity to growth and learning. All right, hope you guys found this video helpful, and hopefully it's relatable, because that's what I'm lacking off. And that's something that I need to work on. you know it's just, it is what it is. If we want to overcome other, if we want to overcome, we got to put the work in, pretty much. All right, so until next time, guys, hope you guys are having a wonderful day. This is the Jameszuniga podcast. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.